Good morning, everyone. Today's the day. Today is shed day. So all the boxes are loaded into the Suburban. I'm so excited. And my son got his pegboard hung up, and he needs some help organizing his shed, which is where I come in because everybody knows Mom loves organizing. So let me just show you what the basement looks like now. It is so exciting. So if you're new, I am reclaiming my basement. We've lived here for 10 years and we've never really used our basement because it's always been rented out by someone. And finally, I got my basement back. This is gonna need to be done at some point. Look at this. Oh, a dingleberry. Okay. Oops, I should have turned the light on. So my kids moved out about 4 months ago, but a lot of stuff is still here because I wasn't in a big hurry or anything, and they still come visit quite often. So I was like, oh, that's fine, because they moved into a smaller house. They didn't have a lot of room, so they got a shed, which today is shed day, because there were a lot of boxes piled up in the family room here down in this basement, and I'm so excited that they are now all gone. Okay, anyway, we'll do that on some other video because today's basement video is the shed video. Now the kids were playing in here, so I moved the coffee table from there and I put it upstairs. I'll show you that. This is how it looks. I took that sofa table out and put it down, you'll see. And the table that was behind my couch upstairs, I moved it here. So that looks a lot better. That needs to go to the dump. But that looks a lot better. And all the boxes are gone. So you can see my beautiful fireplace. It is so cute. I love it. Except I don't know about that gold. Hello, can I paint it black or something? Oh my golly, did you see that? Oh, okay. Well, that needs to be dusted. Today is not that day. Today is shed day. Now, another upcoming video is going to be this closet again, because when we were getting rid of all the boxes from the family room, some of them we put back in here for various reasons. Some of it is stuff that still needs to be sorted through. Some of it, the boxes are still open because there's still room left in the boxes for other things. They need to be stackable and closed and properly labeled before they can go into the shed. Otherwise, the shed's just going to become a total nightmare, and we don't want that. So that's for another day, and we'll come back to it. And this is another closet behind that one that's going to need to be gone through. I'll probably put maybe both closets in the same video or something. Anyway, this closet has a light, but I didn't realize it until just now. But anyway, yeah. This needs to get like packed up and labeled and closed up and taken to the shed stuff that's theirs, and some of the stuff is still mine. But like the games and stuff, they might get played if they just stay here, but if they get stuck in the shed, then no one's ever going to play them. So I don't know. This is all stuff that just needs to be thought about, and asked about. So we'll get to the bottom of it. Just don't you worry. It's full. All the way to the tippy top. Look at that. Other side. There's still room in here, you know. And here's the back. Oh yeah. I went ahead and put the baby carrier and the little wheelbarrow in here. And I'm gonna go grab the air filter from the basement, and I'll bring that stuff along as well. We are. Sorry about the airplane. I totally could have waited, but oh, nope, it's locked. I gotta go get the key. So here is the shed. So what we need to do is pull everything out so that we can better organize it and get all the stuff that's in the Suburban to fit. So I was doing this on a Sunday, and my son is the worship leader at church, so he was busy this morning. So I thought I'd come over early and get a head start, get everything out. And the timing was perfect because I was putting everything in piles to the best of my ability. And when he got home, it was perfect timing because that was when I was getting ready. Well, I was putting everything in the shed, and then I was getting ready to put the stuff that was in the shed back in the shed, but I wasn't sure what he wanted to keep, if he wanted to resort it, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was really, really perfect timing. Plus, I needed him to help me move that heavy beadboard. Okay, this is what it looks like inside the shed. They've got some good storage solutions going on here. And here's a nice thing. And then there's another thing that I'm going to bring over of theirs that'll go on top of that. Here it is right here. It used to be underneath the TV, but then I put that sofa table underneath the TV instead. So this could go in their shed and could be used for more storage. It would have gone on that trip, but it didn't fit in the Suburban. The Suburban didn't have room for it, so next time. And then this is what the rest of the shed is looking like. He's got his tools hanging up here, which it would be nice if he could move all of the tools and stuff that he needs access to over to the RV shed area. But the problem is that shed does not lock. So you don't want to put anything in there that could be, that you care if it gets stolen or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have an actual door on it. It's just like a tarp door. Okay, this beadboard here, I'm just going to cover this up. It's too heavy and I don't want to take it out of the shed and put it back in. We're going to put a loft so that it can go up even higher. And then I'll go all the way up to the window and then all the way over to here. Yeah. So that is what I'm going to do. So the first step, I'm just going to take everything out and just set it right on the floor of the shed. And then I will be able to take and move around and put things, on top of each other. But what I'm trying not to do is bury the stuff that she's going to need sooner than later. Because since there's going to be a new baby coming in February, we have to, not bury the newborn stuff. I got the back emptied. Now I just have to do the sides. And my daughter-in-law was letting me see the kids before it was time for them to go down for their nap. So that was nice. And I had a few questions I needed to ask her anyways. Okay, so I brought these all in here. And then I added all the way up to there. And I put some here, smaller ones, because it's like the doorway there. So I'm going to put all these stacked. And then I'm going to slowly try and get all this other stuff back in here somehow. Yeah. Good luck to me. It's rather like playing Tetris. Actually, pretty satisfying. I like making like all that stuff fit in here without really taking up that much space and leaving the window open. Yeah, nice. Okay, I got this here so far. Some of this stuff needs to go more towards the front because it's stuff that she's gonna need sooner than later, like clothes the kids to grow into and newborn baby stuff for when the baby gets here. I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal her name or not. Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna film it, but, well, I don't know, maybe I will. Okay, I'm just starting to put more stuff in, and my son came home, and I was just kind of greeting him and tying him in with what I've been doing. He said he's gonna have a workbench there. So, this one wall is almost full. I still have room for little stuff there. And, depending on how I organize it. But what I do have to do is figure out a way to get all this stuff to fit back in. So I'm going to have to organize it and figure that out. So this is a dehumidifier, and this box is not packed right. I'm trying to say the lid wasn't closed. And then some stuff just wasn't like, the categories were all mixed up. Like it was random, stuff that was just too random. So I was just trying to make it easier to label so that when you're looking for something or when you're ready to unpack, like you have an idea of what's inside the box and that you don't get like a mystery box, because mystery boxes are no good. And my son found a box that he's organizing into his little toolbox dresser thing there, and yeah, I got, what I'm doing is he's got that box there, and then I'm giving him more stuff to organize. I'm not trying to distract him, I'm just saying. I'm just giving him stuff. I keep refilling his box, in other words. When he gets it empty, I give him another one. And we did end up putting those rakes and long-handled things that are leaning up against the door into the RV parking shed. And that hanging rack where you hang your clothes on it, I did end up taking that apart and packing it down smaller. And that foldable laundry bin, I ended up using that for a little toy box thing. There's a keyboard there that he ended up throwing away, and then a stuffed animal that I put in with the newborn stuff, and then those bookends that I put in my daughter-in-law's box. I started a box for her, and I didn't close it because I wasn't sure if she wanted to look in there or what she wanted to do with it. And my son found a box of cables that he's trying to untwist and unravel. Man, that job always sucks. I don't know how cables get wrapped around and tied in knots. My husband called and interrupted my recording, and then I forgot to turn it back on. So anyway, we got all the stuff put away. I just have to break down these boxes and then drive the place over there and get some more stuff to fill it up to go to the dump. And this is the picture he shared with me after he did even more organizing. Okay, this is 6 days later and the dump is open. So we will be taking all this stuff to the dump. This whole pile. This way, he'll have more room to put more things from the shed into here, hopefully, if he can get a door put on or something. I was thinking I'll show you at the end of this door that I was hoping he could get on here somehow. So that we can use the shed for a storage unit. So satisfying. All that old nasty carpet. Bye-bye. Good job, hon. Here is our empty Suburban after taking everything to the dump. And this was my idea, if we could frame in a door on the end of his RV parking. That would be pretty cool, because that would be a lot of extra storage in there. Also, maybe get some pallets for a floor so that stuff doesn't get wet or something. And here's another video for you to watch. And here's the playlist of all the previous basement videos. Thanks, guys. Love you so much. See you next time. Bye.